The story of Ibrahim Affellay. The story of Ibrahim Affellay feels like one of football's great what-if stories. He rose from being a gifted teenager in the Netherlands to lifting the Champions League with FC Barcelona, seemingly destined for an even bigger legacy. But just as he was reaching his peak, a relentless run of injuries derailed his career and cut short the best years of his football life. Early career. Ibrahim Affellay began playing football with local club VSK before moving to USV Elinkwijk after just one season. PSV. In 1996, Affellay joined PSV from Elinkwijk and quickly developed through the club's youth system. He made his official debut for the senior team on February 4, 2004 in a KNVB Cup match against NAC Breda, aged only 17. 10 days later, he made his Eredivisie debut against FC Twente. He featured once more during the 2003-04 campaign before signing a contract extension that kept him at the club until 2007. The following season marked the beginning of his rise into the first team. He earned a starting spot against Roda JC in December, but his progress was briefly halted when he broke a toe during PSV's winter training camp in Dubai, sidelining him for 3 months. Despite the setback, he still managed 9 appearances that season. One of his standout performances came in PSV's dramatic 4-2 defeat to Feyenoord, where he scored twice and provided an assist. He also helped PSV lift the KNVB Cup, coming off the bench in the 4-0 final victory over Willem II. By the 2005-06 season, Affellay had become a regular starter. Alongside Timmy Simons and Philip Cocu, he formed a strong midfield trio and began establishing himself as one of the Netherlands' brightest young talents. His season started turbulently, however, as he picked up 4 yellow cards in his first 4 competitive matches and was suspended. He later made his UEFA Champions League debut in a 1-0 win over Schalke 04. Although injuries interrupted parts of the season, he still appeared in 23 league matches as PSV secured another Eredivisie title. The following year, Affellay enjoyed another strong campaign, scoring 6 league goals in 27 appearances. PSV dramatically clinched the Eredivisie title on goal difference after a 5-1 final day victory over Vitesse, with Affellay contributing to the 3rd goal. His performances earned him the Johan Cruyff Award as the Netherlands' most promising young player. Affellay carried that momentum into the 2007-08 season, scoring and assisting in PSV's opening win over Heracles Almelo. Unfortunately, another broken toe forced him out for 2 months. Despite the injury, he extended his contract through 2011 and played 24 league matches as PSV captured yet another Eredivisie title. The 2008-09 season began under difficult circumstances after Affellay felt he had not been given enough rest following Euro 2008. Even so, he started brilliantly, helping PSV win the Johan Cruyff Shield and scoring 3 goals in the opening 2 league games. He ended the season with 13 league goals, including the winner against Feyenoord in December. However, PSV endured a disappointing campaign overall, finishing 4th, and Affellay's season was cut short by injury in April. Under new manager Fred Rutten in 2009-10, Affellay adopted a deeper midfield role and gradually became one of the team's leaders. He was named vice-captain in February and effectively captained the side for much of the season due to Timmy Simons' reduced role. In March, he received a 3-match suspension after video footage showed foul play during a match against Ajax. PSV eventually finished 3rd in the Eredivisie. That summer, Affellay officially became club captain. Not long after, he announced he would not renew his contract, prompting PSV to consider selling him before it expired. In November 2010, Barcelona reached an agreement with PSV for his transfer. During his final match for the Dutch side against Roda JC, supporters gave him an emotional farewell. Barcelona. Affellay completed his move to Barcelona in January 2011 for around €3 million, signing a 4.5-year deal. He made his debut in a Copa del Rey match against Athletic Bilbao, coming on for David Villa in stoppage time. Although often used as a substitute during his first few months, Affellay still made 28 appearances in his debut season. He earned his first start against Real Betis in the Copa del Rey and scored his first Barcelona goal against UD Almería shortly afterward. His first La Liga goal came on the final day of the season in a 3-1 win over Malaga. That season ended in glory as Barcelona won La Liga and later lifted the UEFA Champions League. Affellay played a memorable role in the semi-final against Real Madrid, producing an impressive run past Marcelo before assisting Lionel Messi for the opening goal in a crucial 2-0 victory at the Santiago Bernabéu. Barcelona later defeated Manchester United 3-1 in the final, with Affellay appearing late in the match. The 2011-12 season proved far more difficult. After recovering from a minor hamstring issue during pre-season, Affellay suffered a devastating anterior cruciate ligament injury in training in September. The injury required surgery and kept him out for 7 months. He eventually returned near the end of the season but struggled to regain a regular place in Pep Guardiola's squad. Loan to Schalke 04. Ahead of the 2012-13 season, new Barcelona coach Tito Vilanova informed Affellay that his playing opportunities would be limited. As a result, he accepted a loan move to Schalke 04, reuniting with Dutch coach Hub Stevens and former teammate Jefferson Farfan. Affellay made an immediate impact in Germany. He scored 4 goals during his loan spell, including an important strike in the Vierschverderby against Borussia Dortmund and another in the Champions League against Arsenal. However, injuries once again disrupted his progress. A muscle injury suffered while on international duty with the Netherlands kept him out for months, and another setback in January effectively ended his season. Frustrated with Schalke's medical treatment, Affellay returned to the Netherlands to continue his recovery. Although communication between both sides remained open, he never played for Schalke again, leading to criticism from the club's management. Back at Barcelona, Affellay attempted to rebuild his fitness and even returned early for pre-season training. Yet another thigh injury required surgery in August 2013, forcing him to spend several more months on the sidelines. Loan to Olympiacos. In August 2014, Affellay joined Olympiacos on a season-long loan. He scored on his league debut and enjoyed a successful campaign in Greece, helping the club secure both the league title and the domestic cup. Despite the positive spell, Barcelona released him at the end of the season following an injury-plagued time at the club. Stoke City. Affellay signed for Stoke City in July 2015 on a 2-year deal. He made his Premier League debut against Liverpool and quickly became a regular presence in midfield. However, his first season in England included both highs and setbacks. He was sent off against West Bromwich Albion after an altercation with Craig Gardner but later scored his first goals for the club in the League Cup and Premier League. Just as he appeared to be settling into English football, disaster struck again. In April 2016, Affellay suffered a serious knee injury during training that ruled him out for several months. Despite the setback, Stoke rewarded him with a contract extension in 2017. Unfortunately, injuries continued to haunt him. He underwent further knee surgery and struggled to reclaim a consistent role in the squad. By the 2017-18 season, he had fallen out of favor and eventually became involved in a training ground dispute with manager Paul Lambert, after which he was told to stay away from the club. Affellay returned during pre-season ahead of the 2018-19 campaign and even scored in a friendly against Walsall, but another long-term knee injury followed soon afterward. In January 2019, Stoke City and Affellay agreed to terminate his contract by mutual consent. Return to PSV and retirement. In June 2019, PSV announced Affellay's return to the club nearly a decade after his departure. Although the move carried emotional significance, injuries continued to limit his involvement. On January 31, 2021, Affellay officially announced his retirement from professional football. Reflecting on the decision, he admitted that his career had not unfolded exactly as he had hoped, but said he had made peace with it and accepted that the moment eventually comes for every player. Ibrahim Affellay is remembered as an exceptionally gifted, creative winger and midfielder whose peak was defined by dazzling footwork and 4 consecutive Eredivisie titles with PSV Eindhoven. Though chronic injuries prevented him from realizing his limitless potential at FC Barcelona, his legacy remains that of a highly technical talent.